Hi, my name's Landon, and this is a day or a week in the life of me. So, like I said in the last video, usually my life is kind of like mundane. I don't do a whole lot of like exciting things every week. This week was somewhat the same thing, but it changed towards the end. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I didn't really do anything out of the ordinary. Went to school. School was fine. And then Thursday was a little different because we didn't have school that day. We didn't have school that day because there was parent teacher conferences, and for some reason, Wabash decided that it would give the students the day off. I'm not super mad about that, but I think that's a little ridiculous. Um, so that was actually the first parent teacher conference that my mom was able to go to. So that was pretty cool. She met a couple of my teachers, and then afterwards I door dashed. I think I made like $40 that night, so that was pretty fun. And then I was also supposed to hang out with one of my friends from North Manchester, but what ended up happening was he he was out sick, because he was sick and the doctor gave him like a week off or something like that. But he had already started to feel better, and so he was gonna come down to hang out, and we were gonna go get something to eat and whatnot. But his mom ended up calling the school, saying that he was gonna be out and about, and so the school called him. That was an interesting thing. But the school was also part of the reason on why he was out for a week, because they told him not to come back until after a week. So that was kind of weird. Then Friday, I went to school and I had a test in my advanced speech and communications. I did pretty good on it. It was pretty easy. And afterwards, I went up to Warsaw again, but this time instead of playing Modern, which is a format in Magic, I went to a place called Chimps Comic Books in Warsaw, and I played a format called Commander. Um, the only like big differences is there's different cards you're allowed to play in Commander that you can't play in Modern, and in Modern you have like a 60 card deck. In Commander, you have a 99 card deck plus a commander who's kind of like a general that you can play without going into to the specifics of the game, because it might be a little boring to most people. I hung out with my friends. Uh, they were Eli, Cameron, Logan, Matt, and Max, and so that was a lot of fun. I haven't been able to talk to Max in a little bit because he moved up to Napanee. So it's been a little bit since I've seen him, so that was fun to get back with him. And then Friday night, we all went back to Cameron's place and we started a new D&D session where I'm the DM. Our first session went pretty good. They're in a dungeon right now, so that I think they'll be in there for maybe another session or two, which I have a lot of fun playing D&D with them. Then we played some more Magic, and we played Call of Duty Black Ops 2, more specifically the gun game, and I did pretty good on that. But overall, I had a lot of fun. I ended up getting back to my house at about 3:30 in the morning, and I don't think I ended up falling asleep until like 4. Then, so that Saturday morning, I fell asleep at 4, and at 6 o'clock, 6:30ish, my stepdad Jimmy comes in, wakes me up and tells me to get ready, we're going. And so we had to go out to La Fountain to go and do snow removal for a church. And we also had to do snow removal for another church near the Ford meter box factory. So doing that in about 2.5 hours of sleep wasn't the most fun. So we finally got back around 9:30ish, and I was gonna try and take a nap before I had to work that day. Before I had to work at 4, and got in my room, was about to go to sleep, and my grandpa calls me. He has me go to the Builder's Mart to pick up a 1x4 so he can, because he just got a new countertop for the island in his house. And so I had to go over to Builder's Mart and then drive out to their house, drop it off, and I helped him install the new countertop and whatnot. So that was good because, I enjoy hanging out with my grandma and grandpa, so I didn't mind doing that. Then Saturday, when I got back after helping them, I think it was about 12 o'clock, 12:30. We ended up actually coming back to Wabash and going to lunch at the Mexican restaurant Habanero. It was pretty good food. I enjoyed it. Then I went back to my house, and my mom had me carry some stuff out to their car for them to take up to Marion. And then afterwards, I went out. I went over to my friend's house and hung out with him. His name is Daytona, and so I hung out with him until I had to go to work at 4. We played Black Ops 4 Zombies, which I hadn't actually played before because I'm not the biggest fan of Black Ops 4 as a game. But that was a lot of fun, so we hung out. And then his girlfriend Summer got back from going up to Marion at like 3:40ish, and we weren't keeping track of time, to be quite to be frank, because we were just having fun. And so she got there, and I looked at the clock and I saw that it was like 3:40 something, and I had to be at work at 4 at Walgreens. So I had to hurry up and run to my car and drive to work. Um, Walgreens is it's not a bad job. It's it's a easy job and it's a good job. I really like interacting with customers and helping them find the things they need, or if they have like any questions. I'm always willing to help, and working in the photo department's really nice because I enjoy doing that. But one of the big issues with working at Walgreens is most of the time it is not very busy. Usually there's like nobody in the store and it's just really boring. So that sucks. But and then that shift particular was pretty bad because at that point I'd only slept for about 2.5 hours since Thursday night, so I was pretty tired. Um, so that 5 hour shift I had to work, which 5 hours isn't that bad, but it sure felt like 5 hours. It was long. Um, and then afterwards, I had to go to Walmart to do a little bit of grocery shopping. I came back home, I ate dinner, and then I went back over to my friend Daytona's house for about an hour and a half. Hung out with him, came back home, went to sleep, and then today I went to church this morning, and Pastor Solomon did a really good job at his services about praying and what it actually means to pray like Jesus instead of just praying. So that was a good service. And then today I have to work again at 4 o'clock, and being Sunday and in the evening, it's not going to be busy at all. So it's going to be some boring shift. Thank you for listening to another 8-ish minutes, 9 minutes to, I guess, of me talking about kind of my life.